Hey guys, this is Matt from MrNoDStudios, and welcome back. Today, we are going to be playing some more Hearts of Iron 4 as Communist, not exactly yet, Italy. So y'all went absolutely crazy on me in the comment section of the previous episode, so I'm going to be getting you guys some more Hearts of Iron 4 episodes, and I really do enjoy this game personally, although I may be really bad at it. May, that's a very big may, but it is a May, and we ain't talking about months here. We're talking about May as in the Mayflower. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna be continuing the Hearts of Iron 4 series today. First of all, I want to just go ahead and get right into it. And what I want to start off with first is my organization with my armies. So I'm going to go ahead and select the Italian theater over here, right? So we have both of our armies selected into this Italian theater. And the first thing I am going to do is change the name over to the European theater. And we're going to name it European Theater 1 because we might have multiple European theaters depending on how many fronts we are fighting on. So I am going to keep that like that for right now. And we can create additional European theaters if need be. Alright, so the next thing I want to go ahead and do is select Army number 1, which if you can remember is the army stationed in Ethiopia. And I'm going to go ahead and select New Theater. And I'm going to name this theater the African Theater. And we'll name it 1 as well, in case we might need multiple African theaters. I don't think we really will, but just in case. So there we go. That pretty much sums it up for our theater organization. So now we have our European theater, which of course is going to be comprised of our European armies in Europe, and our African theater, which is going to be comprised of our armies in Africa. So that's pretty self-explanatory. I'm also going to go ahead and select these guys and create them into an army right quick, and they will be a part of the African theater. I'm not going to do much with them for right now, but I am just going to go ahead and get them all set up, so that way if there is anything I need to do with them in the future, they are all good to go. Alright, so let's go ahead and select the European theater. That's where we're going to stay on for right now. Alright, so I mentioned last episode that I wanted to go ahead and help out Republican Spain in their revolution, or rather help them defeat the revolution that is currently occurring with the fascists. So the reason why I want to do this is because they are communist, and while we're not communist currently, we are going to eventually switch over to communism. So when that happens, we are going to be buddy-buddy with Republican Spain, because of course they are communists, like I just said. And that'll give them a much greater chance of actually joining our faction, because we won't have opposing ideologies. And this is really going to help out, so if I ever do want to go ahead and get some help from Republican Spain, it will be relatively easy to do so. So that's really why I want to help them out in their war. And also, Republican Spain, not Republican Spain, fuck, can't talk, Nationalist Spain will tend to join the Axis powers eventually. And I really do not want that to happen. I want Republican Spain in, and I want them on my side in terms of World War II. So I am going to send them over some volunteers, and I was really teetering on this last episode. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I was really teetering on it, because I wasn't sure whether to send them volunteers or just to send them equipment, and I really just decided, hey, if I'm going to help them out, I'm going to go balls to the walls and send them some infantry divisions. So let's go ahead and create an army right here, and we'll give these guys a very nice general. Let's see. Leader experience gain, max entrenchment. Ooh, we could go with this Mountaineer. That would be very useful. But the thing about sending over volunteers to Republican Spain is that we won't be able to get them back until the end of the war. And if we do lose to Nationalist Spain, we won't get the army back. But I believe you still get the general back, if I'm not mistaken. You can maybe remove him from the army, and you'll still have the general. I'm not sure. I really don't want to lose these troops anyways, but because look at the amount of experience they have. Actually, they're only regulars. I shouldn't say look at the amount of experience they have, but fuck. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and select Sebastiano Visconti Prasca. And I think this was one of the guys that we actually used in the Ethiopian War, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, oh no, I don't want to promote him. I just want to select him. There we go. So we are going to send this army off to Republican Spain and have them help them out. That. So let's see. Ooh, no, I don't want to select those armies. I want to select this. Let's see. And your maximum limit is 2. Wait, what? Sent divisions. You have selected 9 more divisions than you are allowed to send. Huh? Your maximum total limit is 2. What? We can only send over 2 divisions then. Fuck. Okay. Well, I guess we'll send over some of these Alpine divisions and... Ooh, what do I send? Alright, I'll just send both of the Mountaineer divisions. Alrighty, so there we go. I went ahead and got these guys in their own army. You're gonna have to excuse me for that little mishap because, like I said, a little new to this game still. But, there we go. I got those guys into their own army, and I'm gonna go ahead and assign them a new general because I'm not sure if I will lose this general if the volunteers don't come back. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give these guys Ubaldo Sodu just to be sure. You know what I mean? I just don't want to lose that general because he isn't too shabby. So there we go. There's that army. And now I'm going to go ahead and send these guys over to Republican Spain. So we'll send them that and set up time a little bit. And they refused my order. What the fuck? Republican Spain, why do you do this to me? Republican Spain has refused our volunteer force their right to fight in Republican Spain's wars. What the fuck? Why? Oh, they have strategic reasons to be hostile against us. What the hell? Why? Why do they have hostile reasons to be negative? Why? Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Oh, God. See, this is a problem, though, because I really need Republican Spain to win this war. I think we won't be able to actually send them volunteers until we become communist, maybe? Which is not going to really be anytime soon. And it's going to take quite a while for us to make the transition. Damn. What about nationalist Spain? Can we send them troops? Yes, we can, but like I said, I don't really want them to win the war. I want them to lose. So sending them troops really isn't going to help us out. And they are already getting support from Nazi Germany, so I don't want to help them out even more, you know what I mean? Oh, alright, well, we'll just have to see, go with the flow, and just see what happens. Alright. Well, that's that. Sweet, awesome, amazing. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at, I think, constructions. How are we doing there? Yeah, still producing some civilian factories. Now, Killer Jack 911 suggested to me that I go ahead and max out infrastructure and also anti-air in Italy. And I think I am going to eventually do that. But for right now, I want to focus on factories. But I think after this, and we can go ahead and set up the orders right now, I am going to set up some anti-air. So we'll just go ahead and set up anti-air all along here. And these actually don't take that long to build. Anti-air and infrastructure do not take that long to build. So I'm going to go ahead and just build anti-air units in every single Italian peninsula province. We're not going to do it in Africa or anything like that. Just the Italian peninsula for right now. And also, I'll go ahead and get a little bit more infrastructure along the borders for right now, but I really do want to focus on factories, so that's kind of what I'm doing for right now. So there we go, we'll just get that, and that'll be good for constructions. Now, another person, I can't exactly remember, I think it might have been General Tiberius, actually I'm pretty sure it was General Tiberius, and he suggested that I go ahead and invade Switzerland. Now, the thing about Switzerland is I'm not exactly sure if Swiss neutrality is a thing in this game, and I'm not exactly sure if I declare war on them, that's going to pull in other nations. If we take a look at their diplomacy, they aren't being guaranteed by anybody just yet. So that means that from that end of the perspective, we won't be attacked if we do attack Switzerland. But I'm not exactly sure, you know, like I said, if Swiss neutrality is a thing. So let me know in the comments below if Swiss neutrality is indeed a thing. I don't think it is, but I just really want to be sure. And the other thing is, with Switzerland, invading them is going to be a really difficult thing to do because they are an extremely mountainous country, and that gives them an extreme advantage over us, the invading force. And they also have an absolute ton of force established on their borders, so it's really difficult to invade Switzerland. It costs a lot of resources and equipment, and it's not necessarily worth it. They are a relatively small country, so I'm not exactly sure if I am going to go for Switzerland. Eventually, I think I might, but for right now, it's a very big eh. So, yeah, that's basically it. In the meantime, we are going to work on our Casus Belli. Oh, there's the black box. Y'all see that? Y'all see it? It's flashing. But anyways, yeah, that happens. Once again, if you guys have any solution to that problem that you think might help out, please, please, please go ahead and help me out there. But anyways, yeah, Austria. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of fast forward into the future, maybe until we get this Casus Belli finished with Austria, and I will see you guys then. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to Le Future, and as you can see, we have 150 political power, which gives me enough power to do what I want and start changing fascist Italy into glorious proletariat hero communist Italy. So what we are going to go ahead and spend this 150 political power on is Amedeo Bordiga, who is a communist revolutionary, and this guy is going to give us the event Communism on the Rise and give communism support every single day, and this is slowly going to raise party popularity and party control in the country. And then eventually what I'm hoping to do is just have a change from the top, because you can actually have a revolution and go through it that way, but I really do not want to have to go through it that way, because your whole country will be at war, and if you do it from the top, then you go ahead and just completely switch over, no war or anything like that. So I'm really hoping that we don't get a people's revolution, and we just kind of get the system changed from the top down. So, we're going to go ahead and go with Amedeo Bordiga, and this is basically where we can choose if we want to get a people's revolution or if we want, you know, once again, support from the top and try and change things there. So what I'm going to go ahead and select, actually, let's go ahead and read this, why not? Communism on the rise. While workers rise up against their oppressors around the world, those who have claimed to achieve class consciousness in Italy sit idly by and wait for change to come from within a political system so thoroughly corrupt only revolution could save us from it. So speak new votes in the Italian communist movement, referring to the rule of Partito Nazionale Fascista as a dictatorship of the bourgeois. They have begun calling for it to be brought out of power by any means necessary. Whether those means will come from within or without remains to be seen. So basically, you know, like I said, we can get a people's revolution or communist coup. That's the word I was looking for earlier. But basically, we are going to go for a communist coup because, once again, we don't want an uprising or a people's revolution. That's going to be really bad for us, and it's kind of going to set us back in terms of what we can do. So I am going to go for a communist coup. There we go. So that's basically all I wanted to do. I will be back in the future if anything else interesting happens. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. So here we have a very, very important event for Italy, and that is the anti-Comintern pact and whether we want to join it or refuse to join it. Now, I'm obviously going to refuse to join it because I do want Italy to become communist, and I eventually want to become great friends with the Soviet Union because that will help us out in the future. So I am, of course, going to refuse this, but let's just go ahead and read it and see what this has to offer. So, the anti-Comintern pact. Germany proposes that we sign a pact recognizing that the aim of the Communist International, known as the Comintern, is to disintegrate and subdue existing states by all the means at its command. Convinced that the toleration of interference by the Communist International in the international affairs of the nations not only endangers their international peace and social well-being, but is also a menace to the peace of the world, what? That's a weird-ass word! Desirous of cooperating in the defense against communist subversive activities. And of course, we can join and become friends with the German Reich, or we can refuse it and the Germans can hate us. And I really don't care if the Germans hate us. Well, right now I do care if they hate us because I don't want them to go to war with me, obviously, but I don't think they will this early on, even if they hate us. But we are going to eventually go to war with them, so I don't think our relations matter too much as of right now, and we don't really need anything in particular from Nazi Germany. We're kind of going to end up being, you know, enemies with them. So I'm just going to go ahead and refuse this, like I said, but it is a very important, you know, decision for Italy to make, so I just wanted to go ahead and bring this to all of y'all's attentions. So yeah, and I think I'm going to go ahead and end it off there. I do want to show you really quickly what I've been doing with my research, just so you guys can keep up to date. So I've started researching artillery. I got anti-air right there, and I'm researching interwar artillery currently. In terms of infantry, I didn't really actually do that much. You know, I got the support weapons, that finished, and the paratroopers, that finished as well. But other than that, I haven't really done too much work in there. What I have done some work in is my land doctrine. So I have completed the grand battle plan, and I'm currently working on prepared defense. And then I've really been just pumping out these industry research texts and engineering. No, and not engineering, just the industry. Completely forget that I said engineering. But yeah, I've been pumping out these industry texts, and I researched basic machine tools, and I'm going to end up going for concentrated industry instead of dispersed industry. And of course, we are researching construction too, so that will be done soon as well. Yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. I will show you guys what I've been doing with national focuses as well, just to kind of keep you up to date. And we do need another national focus right now, so I guess we can get that taken care of. So over here, as you can see, we left off with having the industrial effort, and then I went with industrial effort 2 just to give us a little bit of a boost in terms of equipment production, because we are of course going to need that. Then I got the extra research slot because that's really going to help out in terms of tech. And then I went with Italian highways because that's going to give us the infrastructure that we need, and this gives us infrastructure and I believe all of the Italian peninsula, so that's really great. That's going to save us a ton of time in terms of building our infrastructure up to that level of 5. And I think what I'm going to go for up next is, I think what I want to do here is do prospects for oil and then do Libyan infrastructure, and then I'm going to start picking away at this army primacy tree right here. Or I could go for the fortification effort as well. No, I think we'll go for prospect for oil for right now. And then, like I said, go for Libyan infrastructure next. Yeah, that'll work out perfectly fine. All right, sweet. So that's going to conclude this episode, the second episode of our series, Let's Playing Heart of Iron 4 as Italy, soon to be communist, but not exactly communist just yet. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, please comment, and please subscribe. It really helps out, and it really does mean a lot. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!